Okay, we're in assignment 2-3. You are asked to find the area of different kinds of compound shapes. And we did the same thing in assignment 2-2, only this time we have a couple of shapes that are different than the last worksheet. So problem 2 and problem 8 represent two different kinds of problems. So if you look at problem 2, you have a square and half of a circle. Let me use a different color. You have half of a circle up here. And I know it's half of a circle because they've given the radius for that circle. They've started at the center point and they've drawn a ray or a line going to the outer edge, and they're telling us that the length of that is 5. So in order to find the area of this shape, I'm going to find the area first of the square, and then I'll find the area of what would be a full circle, and I'll just take half of that because we only have half of a circle. So the area of a square is base times height. So I have a base of 10 and a height of 10. So remember, I always start by writing my formula. Area equals base times height, or length times width. So I have an area of, my base is 10 and my height is 10. So the area of the square is 100. Now, let's find the area of that circle. I'll get rid of that. If this were a circle, and I know that doesn't look like a very good circle, but use your imagination, I could find the area of that circle, but I won't use the whole area of that circle because in the shape that I'm finding the area of, I actually only have half of the circle. So now I have to remember my formula for the area of a circle, and I'll write that over here. Area, I'm just going to draw a little circle here. Area of a circle is pi times the radius squared. So area equals, and then pi is 3.14, and the radius, remember, is the distance from the center point of the circle to the outer edge. So that's 5 squared. So area equals 3.14. Now remember, when you square a number, that means you multiply it by itself. So when I say the radius squared, 5 squared, I'm not saying 5 times 2, I'm saying 5 times 5. So that would be 25. Whoops. Okay, so 3.14 times 25 is, hold on a second. It equals 78.5. Now, that's the area of this entire circle over here, right? We don't need the area of the whole circle. How much of that circle do we need to find the area of that entire shape? We need half of it. So I'm going to divide this 78.5 by 2. So the area of the half circle is 39.25, because 78.5 divided by 2 is 39.25. Now I just need to add the area of the square to the area of the circle. Let me write that down. I'm going to change my color. So I have 100 for the area of this circle, 100, and then the area of the half circle was 39.25. So the area of that total shape is 139.25 yards squared. Oops, yards square. Now I'm going to find the area of the shape in problem number 8. It looks kind of like a big arrow. So the two shapes that I have are a square that is 6 by 6, and then I have a triangle on the top of that. So I'm going to have to find the area of the triangle and find the area of the square. So I'll start by finding the area of the square. So the area equals base times height. Area equals 6 times 6. So the area of the square is 36. Now I'm going to erase these lines here so we can look carefully at the triangle. So I need to know what the base of the triangle is, because remember, let's get this down. The area of a triangle is the base times the height divided by 2. So I know that the height is 9 because they're telling me that right here, but I have to do a little bit more computing to find the base. So the base is down here of that triangle. So I have 3 parts that are going to make up the base: 3 feet, 6 feet, and 3 feet. So the total base is 12 feet altogether. So then I have area equals the base, which is 12, times the height, which is 9, and I'm going to divide that by 2. So area equals 12 times 9 is 108, divided by 2. Area equals 90. Oh, excuse me, I got ahead of myself there. The area is 108 divided by 2, so that's 54. All right, so now I need to add the area of the two shapes that I have up here. So I had the area of the square, which was 36, and the area of the triangle, which was 54, and that is 90. My unit is feet, and it's area, so I'm squaring. Okay, so those are the last two shapes that we're finding area for. If you're not sure how to find the area of any of the other shapes on this sheet, you can look back at compound shapes number 2, and you can also look at assignment 2-1, because that's where we were finding the area of trapezoids, and I think you have you may have some trapezoids on this sheet that you want to find the area of.